Hey there, this is AJ from Secure Site Academy. I'm the Executive Director of the Hunt program, and I am here to kind of introduce you to the command line. We're going to talk about changing directories. We're going to go take a look at a bunch of system directories in Linux. This is a very introductory tour sample of what our education kind of looks like. So you'll see here I'm in the command line. So one of the things that you're immediately going to go, oh, the command line, that seems really intimidating. It may at first, but that's what we're here today. We're going to kind of expose you to it, lower the resistance, lower the fear, and kind of get you to feel really comfortable with the command line. So the first thing that I want you to see is that, so I have here AJ, that's the username that I'm logged in with, and then and then you see the test demo. This is the name of the computer. So AJ logged into test demo. That's all it's showing you. So right there, just simply in the prompt, it's telling me what's going on with the computer. I'm logged on as AJ, and the name of the computer that I'm logged on with is test demo. So immediately after you have a colon, you've got a tilde right here. It's kind of hard to see, it's blue, but that's fine. So the tilde lets you know that I'm in my home folder. So that's kind of cool. I mean, it kind of shortens it. And we'll kind of monkey around, we'll move around in a second, you'll kind of see it happen. And then lastly, you'll see the dollar sign here. The dollar sign, if I could select it, the dollar sign is going to say that I'm logged in as a regular user. If you ever see that as like a pound or a hashtag, that means I am logged in as an administrator. So let me just quickly switch to administrator here real fast. Whoop, I did the wrong command. And then you'll see I was logged in as AJ, and I had the dollar sign, which was I'm logged in as a user. And then now I've switched with the sudo -i. Now you see the username logged in as root, and you'll see the dollar sign. So any of these things are prompts. They're kind of letting you know that what you're set up as, right? So just right there on the screen, it gives you really good explanation of kind of what's going on. So I'm going to type in clear, and it's going to clear everything on the screen. That's great. In Windows, that'd be CLS. But we're in Linux. Let's rock Linux right now. All right, great. So the next command that I'm going to demo is the CD command. So CD stands for change directory. If I hit enter, the CD command, wherever I'm at, if I just hit CD, it's going to take me back to my home directory. So I was already in the home directory, so I didn't really go anywhere. So in computers, whether it's Windows or Linux, if I just do a single dot, I'm telling the computer I'm talking about the directory that I'm in right now. So if I do CD dot, right, it says please change to the directory that I'm in right now. So I literally just spin in place, not a big deal. So what happens if I do dot dot? So to computers, you're telling, so from the current directory, go up one folder. So you have to understand that computers, file systems, whether it's Windows, whether it's Linux, they're like a set of Russian babushka dolls, right? So you've got folders within folders within folders. It's a hierarchy, right? So it's like a babushka doll. One doll is inside the other, inside the other. So if I hit dot dot, it's going to take me back one step. Oh, I actually have to do change directory. That's funny. So you'll see I was in the home folder. So if I do cd dot dot again, it'll take me to just the slash. Now, in the Linux operating system, just the slash is like being the root of the C drive in Windows. I'm at the bottom. There's no other place to go. So if I do cd dot dot again, there's no other folders for me to go to. I am here. So I'm going to do a different command, ls, and that shows me a list of folders. You'll see I was in the home folder, which is right here. So if I cd, all I have to do to go back into the home folder is type it in, cd home. So now I'm in the home folder. And if I do ls to list the folders, you'll see the AJ directory. That's where I was before. Now when I go into the AJ subdirectory, you'll see instead of it being slash, then home, then slash AJ, it shrinks it back to the tilde. Remember, that is a shortcut for just the for my individual home directory. So if I go back up one space, right, cd dot back into home, you see that there's another folder called Tim. So if I go cd Tim, so you see now it does slash home slash Tim. Why isn't that tilde? Well, Tim is not my directory. That's not my home directory. So I could cd dot dot and then cd AJ to go back into my directory. But remember, just by simply hitting cd, it will take me directly to my home folder, wherever I'm at in Linux. So these are just tips, tricks, gotchas, just little things where you're kind of moving around the operating system. Now, if I do cd slash, right, and you're like, but wait, AJ, I thought you had to go to home first. No, if you type in the exact folder, it'll take you there. So let's go back to my home folder. I could just type home slash AJ, and it'll take me directly to that folder. So I can jump directly to whatever folder I want. So let's go back to the root subdirectory. So cd slash, I'm in the root of everything. I'm going to hit ls, and you'll see, hey, there's a bunch of folders here, bin, cd-rom, etc. But we call it etsy. We're not talking about the website. It's not ETSY. It's just computer jargon. ETC in IT and cybersecurity, we call it etsy. That's just the way it is. So let's go into the first folder. Let's go into bin. So if I ls, if I ls, here are all the different commands that you can run in the terminal in Linux. They're all stored here in bin. So bin is a place for the most commonly used terminal commands like ls, mount, remove, change directory, like what we've been doing. So that's just kind of something to keep in mind, all right? Just I kind of want to demystify everything. So the next one is, let's see, CD-ROM or Etsy. Let's go into Etsy, right? This is a little bit of a tour. So I had to put slash Etsy to get into it. And then if I look around, right, so this is what contains the configuration files for all the different global configurations. So resolve-conf is for DNS. So screenRC, it just all the stuff that's happening inside Linux, whether it's cron-tab, this is where the configuration is for everything. So just kind of understand that. So let's back out of that and let's go take a look. So home, of course, is home sweet home. That's where all the home directories are. Lib keeps all the dynamic libraries. Mount is where you mount different CDs. Mount points, so temporary devices, like maybe a USB device or something like that. So just different ones have different things. So if you look at var, right, var is a very important one. So var is dedicated to variable data, such as logs, databases, websites. So if I go into var, let's go take a look in there, and you'll see there are a whole bunch of things. So in cybersecurity, one of the things that we look at a lot is log files. So if we go into log, and I use that list command, here are all the different logs that are happening with my computer. Now, I'm just going to do a quick command. So this file right here, authlog, shows all the authentications on this computer. So if I cat auth.log, which the cat command stands for concatenate, this will show me, and there's different other commands that I can use to kind of move around, but it'll show me who logged in when. So right now, as I'm recording this video on May 2nd at 4:26 in the afternoon, remember I did that sudo -i and I switched to user? It recorded that here. So from where to where, and then it showed you, so from 26 I was logged in to 47. That's when I exited root. So that's all written in logs, and that's all here. Well, hopefully, let me change back to my home directory. Hopefully, you've had an interesting time just having a little tour of Linux. This is just to expose you as to what type of education we do. I personally believe that to master computers, you have to know the command line. So if you're looking at cybersecurity, if you want to become a professional, you have to become comfortable at the command line.